When it comes to speed, two names instantly come to mind: the Flash from DC Comics and Sonic the Hedgehog, Sega's blazing blue mascot. Though they come from entirely different universes, both have earned reputations as icons of velocity, dazzling fans for decades. But what happens when we look beyond their colorful costumes and dig into the deeper question? What does it really mean to be the fastest? Let's start with Barry Allen, the most famous incarnation of the Flash. Barry's story is rooted in tragedy and transformation. As a forensic scientist, he was struck by lightning in a lab accident and doused with chemicals, awakening to a new world where he could run at impossible speeds. But Barry's abilities don't stop there. By tapping into something called the Speed Force, the Flash possesses a range of seemingly limitless powers. He can phase through walls, travel through time, create sonic booms with a flick of his wrist, and even think, heal, and react at supersonic rates. The Speed Force is more than just a battery or a mystical energy wellet. It's often described as the source of all motion in the multiverse. This makes the Flash's speed a nearly metaphysical quality, bounded only by his imagination and willpower. In some of his wildest exploits, the Flash has outrun death itself, reversed the flow of time, and vibrated between the atoms of solid objects. For DC Comics, the Flash is not merely fast, he redefines the entire concept of motion. On the other side of the starting line is Sonic the Hedgehog, a hero born in the realm of platform games and Saturday morning cartoons. Sonic's world is a kinetic wonder, a place filled with loop-de-loops, golden rings, and cartoon villains with elaborate machines. Unlike the Flash's sometimes brooding demeanor, Sonic exudes carefree confidence and a mischievous sense of fun. He's always itching to race, not just for glory, but for the sheer joy of running. Sonic's speed has its own rules. While he may not tear holes in the very fabric of time, he can still outrun supersonic jets, dodge lasers, and perform near-vertical ascents. In the world of video games, Sonic's agility is limited only by the player's reflexes and the game's design. Over the decades, with each new iteration, his abilities have only grown, gaining new moves, transforming into supersonic, and wielding the power of the Chaos Emeralds. The differences between these two speedsters go deeper than just their origins. The Flash comes from a world of grounded, often somber stories layered with ethical dilemmas and the burden of responsibility. Barry Allen carries the memory of his mother's death and the weight of being a hero who can intervene at any moment. Running for him is both a duty and a curse of power he must wield carefully, lest he disrupt the natural order. When the Flash runs, the universe pays attention. Sonic, by contrast, is fueled by freedom. His adventures are less about existential crisis and more about breaking boundaries, saving friends, and facing off against the next wacky robot built by Dr. Robotnik. His speed is a celebration. It's an act of rebellion against anything slow, restrictive, or evil. Sonic's victories are punctuated by smirks, wisecracks, and that iconic finger wag. No matter the odds, he always finds a way to keep moving forward. Now, when fans debate who is faster, the conversation becomes as much about imagination as it is about hard numbers. The Flash's feats in the comics are hard to top after all. How do you compare smashing through time barriers with dashing across Green Hill Zone? Yet Sonic's speed is uniquely tangible. You've likely felt it for yourself, gripping a controller, dancing over digital landscapes at breakneck pace. In crossover comics and fan discussions, writers have sometimes paired the two for friendly races or multi-universe crises. Naturally, the outcomes are inconclusive, carefully avoiding a definite winner to keep both fandoms happy, but perhaps that's the point. The Flash and Sonic aren't just rivals, they're reflections of how we perceive speed across different worlds. To some, speed is a force of nature, bordering on the divine. To others, it's a thriller rush to be experienced and enjoyed. Each character endures because they symbolize more than just rapid movement. The Flash's speed is his obligation to do good, no matter the cost, while Sonic's is pure freedom in a world of constraints. Whether you find yourself inspired by the Flash's self-sacrifice or Sonic's boundless energy, you see something of yourself in their races against time and fate. In the end, the debate over who is faster may never be settled, and maybe it shouldn't be. By pushing the limits in their own ways, the Flash and Sonic show us that speed is more than motion. It's a way of life, a way of thinking, and a symbol of hope for worlds that never stop turning.